Hi, it's Raul. The garden and the tomato plants are ready for planting. It's April 6th, one day after my calculated planting date. All of the tomato plants are between 8 inches and 14 inches tall. Perfect for the garden. The weather forecast shows 10 days of spring weather ahead. I trim all the branches from the lower portion of the stem. The rows in my garden are about 2 to 3 feet wide. I plant my tomato plants very deep in the row. I dig the hole so that I can plant the root ball towards the center of the row, and then lay the stem out towards the edge of the row. This allows the root ball to stay moist at all times, even under drought conditions. Roots will grow all along this stem and create a very healthy, productive plant. I space my plants about 18 inches diagonally across the row. The plant will quickly begin to grow upright. I find this method results in efficient use of the garden space. I'm planting my big beef variety. This is my main variety for my garden for the summer. I have a total of 9 varieties that I'll be planting today. I'll be planting quite a few of 3 of those varieties, and just a few specimens of the other 6. As every year, I've provided many plants to friends and family. As with the seeds and transplants, it's important to keep track of what's planted where in the garden. I'm using a Fiskars micro-tip pruning snip to trim the branches. A few comments about the garden in general. My garden receives about 6 to 7 hours of direct sunlight each day. This is about the minimum you need to have a successful vegetable garden. Another important consideration is that the garden must be well drained. Vegetables do poorly in soggy, poorly drained soil. The first row of tomatoes are planted. The last step is to mud the tomatoes in. I soak the area around each transplant to settle the soil and remove any air pockets that may have occurred. I make 2 or 3 passes up and down the row. 2 rows of tomatoes planted. I use hay for a mulch in my vegetable garden. It helps keep the weeds down and the moisture in during the long hot summer. It makes a great amendment when I till it in the fall. I use 1/2-inch concrete rebar as my tomato poles. Please subscribe to my channel and continue following this year's journey. Next episode, I will be planting bean and cucumber seeds.